Okay, so this is core biology focusing on the nerves. First of all, key bit of information you need to know about is the nervous system. The nervous system is made up of your brain, spinal cord and nerves. Now, if something changes in your environment, that's called a stimulus. So a stimulus could be change in light, change in sound, or even just touch. When your body detects a stimulus, the first thing that happens is your receptors detect that change. And what your receptors do is they send an electrical impulse to your sensory neuron. That then sends an electrical impulse to your spinal cord, then to your brain, to your motor neuron, and to an effector. An effector is one of your muscles. So, for example, your pupils change in response to light. Okay, next then. Another type of reaction that happens in your body is a reflex. A reflex, you don't need to think, you just do it automatically. So we don't have to go through your brain or spinal cord. Now, an example of this would be if you touched a hot pan or a pin, that would be your stimulus. Receptors would detect this and send an impulse to your sensory neuron, which would send another impulse to your relay neuron and again to your effector, which is your muscle. In between your sensory neuron and relay neuron, there is a synapse, which is a gap between the neurons. A neurotransmitter has to move across for the electrical impulse to get over this gap. Now, your nerves are also really important in controlling other things in your body. For example, water. So, if there's too much water in your body, i.e. from drinking too much or not sweating, you would have really dilute urine. So if there's too much water in your body, your urine would be really dilute, which means it would contain lots of water. The other side of this is, if you're really hot and you need to not lose any water, you'd have concentrated urine, which means there's not really very much water in your urine. This is all controlled by the kidneys and the hormones telling the kidneys what to do. Next then is temperature. Temperature is really important in our body to make sure that our enzymes can work, and their best temperature is 37 degrees. If you're too hot, your body will naturally make you sweat and your hairs will lie flat. If you're too cold, you will shiver and your hairs will stand up. Lastly, the nerves are in control of your sugar levels. This is controlled by hormones and the pancreas. Your pancreas works really hard to keep your sugar levels in the blood constant. Too much sugar means a hormone will be released to break down that sugar and therefore keep your levels constant.